Hello people, Kweku Efa here again. Welcome to this episode. This is episode 2 of the Introduction to Robotics, Microcontroller Electronics and Hardware Programming series. In the last video, we did some bit of introduction. I introduced us to especially the Arduino Starter Kit, and it's this particular Arduino Starter Kit that we are going to be using for the rest of the series. So if you don't have an Arduino Starter Kit already, again, I urge you to get one for yourself. In this particular video, we are going to do, let me call it unboxing. We're going to unbox this particular kit. We're going to look at what it contains, what we can use each of the components for, maybe not all the components, the important ones in there. We're going to cover that. And also at the end of the video, if the video does not become too long, I'm going to introduce us to a software that we all have to install on our computers so that we are able to continue with the series successfully. And I'm very happy that after learning about the Arduino Starter Kit from the first video, a lot of people have gotten themselves the Arduino Starter Kit. It shows, and I mean, it motivates me to do these videos more because it tells me that Ghanaians are ready to learn robotics. So I'm very happy to be part of your journey of starting to learn robotics, and I believe it will be great. Let's just dive into it now. Okay, so if you bought the Arduino Starter Kit from the Aaenics store, it's likely it came packaged this way. Not the chocolate drink though. I bought these scissors for this unboxing. Let's open it up and see what we can find in it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Arduino Starter Kit. Alright, so this is the Arduino Starter Kit itself, and I'm not going to talk about all the components in there. I'm just going to pick a few of them and talk about them. And what I will do is to put a link in the description where you will find maybe each component and what it does, something like that. I think that would be helpful, because at the end of the day, as we go through this series, we are going to take maybe each component by component, build a project that integrates more than one component, so it will be very easy for you to understand almost everything in the Arduino Starter Kit. But for just the purpose of this video, I'll talk about a few. The most important one I'm looking for right now is the Arduino Uno development board itself. During the first video, I taught us about the microcontroller being the main brain of any project we're going to create. Okay. So this is the Arduino Uno development board itself. Yeah, and it's the main controller for the entire kit, or for any particular project you are going to be making. Yeah, so usually you connect this one with a cable to your computer and then program it with the software I'll be showing us just after doing this unboxing. You get it? Great. So yeah, and also I think in the previous video we talked about microcontrollers and then sensors and actuators. So let me handpick a few sensors and then let's see. So I have here an ultrasonic sensor. I also have here a sound sensor. The ultrasonic sensor is for detecting distances. This one is for detecting distances. So maybe you build a robot and then you want the robot to be able to measure distances or avoid obstacles. The ultrasonic sensor is what you use. Here is also a sound sensor, obviously for detecting sound signals. Do you remember, I think Apostle Kojosafo some years ago blew our minds with this kind of clap activated projects and all that. Maybe a TV you clap and then a response. So that's the secret behind some of those projects, a sound detecting sensor. Yeah, so let me get another sensor. Here is also a water sensor. Perhaps you are working on a farm, how do you call it, an agri project where you want to be able to detect moisture in the soil or something. I mean, you can use a sensor like this to do that. Let me see if I can get any extra sensor to talk about. Okay, I like this one so much. This one is called a DHT11. It's a digital humidity and temperature sensor. This one right here. It's called a digital humidity and temperature sensor. So it can measure humidity and it can also measure temperature. Yeah, so the limit is your imagination. Enough with the sensors. There are other sensors there, but let me talk about just these ones for now. Let me talk about an actuator. I think there is a servo motor in here. In this particular rubber, there is a motor, a type of motor called servo motor, because there are many types of motors, but this particular one is called a servo motor. We'll be using it in one of the projects very soon. Instead of a normal motor or a normal DC motor that spins like a fan, like it just spins, these type of motors, they move in discrete, how do you call it, steps, or this particular one moves in angles. There is also another type of actuator or servo motor or a motor here, which moves in steps. It's called a stepper motor. So this one moves in angles and this one moves in steps. Unlike normal DC motors that just move or spin continuously, these ones, you are able to actually program them to move at particular angles or steps. Yeah, perhaps you build a robot and then you want the arm of the robot to move a particular angle at a particular time. These are the type of motors you are likely to be using, not the DC motors. I hope you get it. Yeah. Okay. Maybe another thing I can talk about is an LCD. There's also an LCD in the kit. Helps you to make interactive projects. So perhaps you build a project, you want the system to be able to interact with the user, or want the user to be able to interact with the system, then you can use something like an LCD model. There is a remote control here. Okay, I think I saw something over here. Bim, bim, bim. Okay, this guy reminds me about playing FIFA.
EA Sports,
and
it's in the game.
PS, if you used to play. So this is a joystick model. I hope you can see that. It's a joystick model. Okay, so you can imagine what you can use it to do. Maybe you build a car and then you want to be able to control it via a joystick. This is one thing that you can use. So there are many other things in the Arduino Starter Kit. However, I wouldn't rush us through all of them. We'll take them one by one. Yeah. Okay, let me talk about this one lastly and then we move on. So this one right here is called a breadboard, and when we start with the electronics, I'll extensively talk about this one because it's very important. It's called a breadboard. We use it for building electronic circuit temporarily. You use it to build electronic circuit temporarily. So this breadboard, we'll be using it a lot. So that's why I said I'll find time and then we'll talk about it. But for now, let's just go into the software. The software that we'll be using to program the Arduino Uno. Yeah. All right. Okay, so yeah, now I am going to introduce us to the official software for programming all Arduino boards. Once you download this software, any type of Arduino board you have, you can be able to use this software to download it. So we can download this software at the official Arduino website. The official Arduino website is arduino.cc. So open another tab and then go to arduino.cc. The link will be in the description below, so you can check it out there too. So once you open the arduino.cc website, you'll be able to see this interface, and then go to software. On top here in the menus, you see software. You go to software and then you scroll down. So this particular pane here, you can see download options. Download options because depending on whatever platform you are using, I am using a Windows, so I can download any of these three options. You, on the other hand side, if you happen to be using a Linux based system or an Apple operating system like a Mac, then you should use the, how do you call it, the Windows option. Yeah, so I will prefer using the first one. Okay, so they are asking you for contribution. If you want to donate something to support their cause, you should. It's free, so you can also go use the just download option, and then you just download it if you don't have the capacity to support. Okay, so they are also asking you to sign up for their newsletter. They'll be sending you emails as and when it's available. If you're also not interested in receiving newsletters from them, then you have to continue again, just download. Okay, all right, so mine has started downloading. It is 100 and what am I seeing, 144 megabytes. So if you have a very fast internet, this should be done in about 3 seconds. My internet is not so great, so I may have to wait for about 1 minute or 2 minutes. Yeah, okay. So yeah, once you install this particular software, you'll be able to program any form of Arduino board that you encounter. As I said, I wanted to finish very fast. Ooh, boom. Okay, so mine is done downloading. You can pause the video here if yours is taking a long time to download. All right, so I have it here, Arduino IDE. Okay, okay, so I'm going through the installation process right now. I agree. Next. Just like any installation process, you can just click next through it, and then okay. I just hope this will be a very fast process. If it's not, I will just forward the video so that we don't waste so much time here. Okay. I got that. Okay, you're not worried about this. Design something my computer and 3D printer. So this is a gear system. Probably you might have like calculation programming. Windows maybe I'll do a reciprocal course on 3D printers as well. How to model your ideas and then turn them into reality. Yeah, so these are a couple of gears. I think maybe a robot that uses these gears for some top and speed balance. Yeah, I think I'll talk speed balance. Maybe we confuse now. But hopefully, yeah, we may do a course on that. And oh, the thing is done. I was talking plenty. All right, so you go to finish. Okay. So I'm sure it's going to pop up, and okay, I can see it down here. I didn't even finish speaking. So it's loading now. Arduino IDE 2.3.4. That's the version of Arduino I have downloaded right now. When you're opening the software for the first time, it may delay a bit. Yeah, it may stall a bit. So I think Windows is asking me to allow access to a few things. Okay. If you encounter any problem while installing the app, please do well to ask about your problem, maybe in the comment section, or you can also do a quick Google lookup, and I'm sure there are common problems and solutions that you find out there. Yeah. So I want to allow access. Okay. So my IDE has been successfully installed on my computer. So this right here is the Arduino IDE. I have it fully installed. Okay, it keeps asking me for, allowing access to some things. So this right here is the Arduino IDE. Right in the next video, we're going to talk about the IDE shortly, and then we start with the electronics, building of the electronic circuit. Okay. This here is very important. Take a look at this. So it says, will you like to install this device software? Name Adafruit Industries LLC port, blah blah blah. It's a driver. So sometimes your computer may not come with some drivers that support the board, so you have to install that particular driver. So it's a good thing they're asking you to install. So just click install and then it will. Okay, another thing. This is also Arduino USB driver. Let's install that as well. Another one. Another one. Okay, yes. Yeah. So it's going to assist you in installing almost any important driver that it feels you need to be able to run the software. Okay, I just believe that's all. Okay, so this is the interface. As I said, in the next video we are going to look at the interface, and then we are going to try and program our first Arduino project. All right. Okay, so in this video we have done two things. We have looked at the component in the Arduino Starter Kit, what some of the main components in there do, and also I have introduced you to the Arduino IDE. I think one thing I didn't talk about is the full meaning of IDE. Arduino IDE means Arduino Integrated Development Environment. So it's a whole development environment that you are going to be using to program any type of Arduino board from hence. So I hope this video has also been beneficial to you. In the next video, we are going to look at the Arduino IDE in more details. We are going to write our first program and we'll download it onto the Arduino Uno board. And from there, I think we're going to be doing a lot of projects. So thank you, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your maybe friends and family or anyone you know is interested in learning robotics, microcontroller, electronics, and programming. Thank you.